World War III. For decades, those words have haunted our collective imagination, a relic of a past we swore we'd never repeat. But what if the past isn't as distant as we think? As we navigate the complexities of 2026, the geopolitical landscape is shifting in ways that are both subtle and seismic. Are we ignoring the warning signs of a new global conflict? Today, we're not fearmongering. We're looking at the facts, connecting the dots on the world stage, and exploring 7 critical developments that some analysts believe could be paving the road to a major confrontation. This is our 2026 geopolitical update. First, the rise of multipolar power struggles. The era of a single dominant superpower is fading. We're seeing a chessboard with multiple kings, the United States, China, Russia, and emerging regional powers all vying for influence. This creates a complex and unstable web of alliances and rivalries. When everyone wants to be in charge, diplomatic miscalculations can escalate with terrifying speed. Think of it like a crowded room where everyone is pushing for space. Eventually, someone's going to get shoved too hard. Second, the acceleration of the global arms race. It's not just about who has the most tanks anymore. We're talking about hypersonic missiles that travel faster than sound, autonomous combat drones, and cyber warfare that can cripple a nation's infrastructure without firing a single shot. This new generation of weaponry blurs the line between defense and offense, and it dramatically shortens the time leaders have to make life-or-death decisions. The technological leap is so fast that the rules of engagement, the very ethics of war, haven't caught up. The third sign is economic fracturing. For years, the global economy has been like a tightly woven fabric, but now we see it tearing. Trade wars, sanctions, and nations actively trying to decouple their economies from rivals are creating deep divisions. When economic interdependence weakens, so does the incentive to maintain peace. Countries start seeing each other less as partners and more as competitors in a zero-sum game for resources and markets, making conflict a more thinkable option. Fourth, the explosion of resource scarcity. From clean water and arable land to the critical rare earth minerals that power our technology, the competition for essential resources is intensifying. Climate change is only making this worse, creating droughts in some regions and floods in others. History is filled with wars fought over resources, and as the global population grows and demand skyrockets, this ancient cause of conflict is making a dramatic comeback in the 21st century. Number 5 is the breakdown of international treaties and institutions. Organizations like the United Nations and arms control agreements were designed to be guardrails to keep nations from veering into conflict. But in recent years, we've seen these institutions weakened, ignored, or abandoned. When the referees are sidelined and the rulebook is thrown out, the game gets dangerous. Without these diplomatic safety nets, there are fewer and fewer off-ramps once a crisis begins to escalate. The 6th warning sign is the weaponization of information. We're living in an age of disinformation, where propaganda and deepfakes can be used to destabilize entire societies. Hostile powers can sow division, manipulate public opinion, and erode trust in democratic institutions from thousands of miles away. This creates a constant, low-level state of conflict that can easily ignite into a real-world confrontation when a crisis hits. It's a battlefield of the mind, and it's active 24/7. Finally, the 7th sign is a surge in extreme nationalism. Across the globe, we're seeing a rise in us versus them rhetoric. Leaders are appealing to a sense of national pride that is often defined by opposition to an external enemy. This kind of thinking simplifies complex geopolitical issues into a struggle of good versus evil, making compromise and diplomacy incredibly difficult. It rallies populations for a potential fight, often by painting other nations as existential threats. These 7 signs are not a prediction, they are a warning. They are complex trends that demand our attention, not our fear. The future is not written, and understanding these geopolitical pressures is the first step toward navigating them peacefully. What do you think is the most concerning sign? Let us know in the comments below. And if you want to stay informed on these critical global issues, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.